morning. Notice the back shops here clean. Back bay's kind of cleaned out. Nothing in the way. I'll be taking off in a little bit. I gotta go grab that trailer. I'm gonna replace brake air lines on the back of that truck. Or trailer, I should say. That's the reason why I brought some stuff down. Well, at least those 2 pallets of Vermont down so the girls can grab it with a pallet jack while I am busy working on the trailer. They're going to, I got 3, that's right, 3 teenage girls with me today. Please pray for me. I'm gonna need all I can get. But I can't, I'm not gonna complain. All 3 girls are good workers. But we got some stuff to do today, so let's get going. Now we're headed over to the owner's house now. I'm gonna go grab that trailer, grab a truck and trailer, bring that trailer over here so I can do the brake lines. What's wrong with this picture? I have no transmission. It's there. It's one of those auto shift trucks. Yeah, I don't care, but I gotta keep an eye on the trailer tire axle. Front axle, my side, that's the one the line likes to pop off of. So I've got to keep a close eye on that. So if that pops, I got to stop immediately. Well, there's one. It just popped off on me, so let's see what happens here. Okay, yeah, tires are turning now. Well, we're here. I got it backed in. That one time is the only time that line popped off. So we're going to replace all 4 on this front axle. Oh, I was going to say step 1 was remove the plastic lines back here. Those 4 lines you see right there. I was going to take them off from up top here. Can't. Got to go down below. All right, I just changed the setting on it. It's a wide view. Hold on a second. There, now it's super view. One thing I like to do is I like to take pictures. See, like, it shows top of lines, top and bottom lines going from the brake can to there. Same thing with that one there, going down. That way, I just tear this apart. Okay. Now I know I go back in the picture and go, this inside line goes to the bottom of the brake can. This that outside line goes to the bottom of the brake can. Inside goes to the top. Now the line that kept popping was this inside one, and this is the supply line. It's actually called the supply line for your brake can. This is what, when the truck drivers push in the button to release the brakes, this supplies 120 pounds to release the brakes. This is your service line. That's when they step on the brakes, it puts air pressure in here to apply the brakes. Same thing on that and on that rear axle. Ever curious, just look up how air brakes work online. I'm gonna get this thing, start tearing this apart so I can, this shouldn't take more than maybe half hour, maybe an hour at the most. All I'm gonna do is just undo, get the light back here, undo the lines right back here, all 4. Pull these nuts off. There's a nut right here on each one. These should pop right off. The other thing I better check is make sure they are the same length, because if they're not, if they're too short, not gonna work. And no, they're all the right length. That's good. I'm gonna set my phone over there so I don't forget it, leave it up here somewhere. Got some wire ties too to tie up the ABS lines once I'm done. I'm gonna get going on this. One thing I gotta be careful of, because I said this, no, I don't have to worry about it right now. I got the parking brake set, so there's no air pressure in these lines. That's a good thing. I gotta grab a pair of pliers, pull this off of that. I'm just hoping I don't have to cut the line. All they are is pliers for like pulling hoses off of motors. But I say special just because this way I can grab this little ball here. Grab the line and just pull it back off as I twist. Okay, that can set that one up there. Now this line here is a different size. Why is this one different? I think we might have to get a different one. I don't know. Seven-eighths. Just a hair. 7/8 is just a hair large, but it worked. Might have to get the owner out here and let him know, hey, look, we got 4. Might have to just replace the 2 inside ones for now. Have to get the outside ones later. Oh yeah, those are 2 different size lines. That one's bigger than this one. These 2 are the same. This one will work. That's a different size bulkhead bolt. The way why they call them bulkhead bolts is they kind of like a bulkhead on your foundation. It goes through a wall. Consider this a wall. This is to the outside. This goes through. But might have to get a socket. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to get a socket to do that. I'm taking the line off the brake can itself. I just showed the owner what I was talking about for these lines. So we're gonna replace the 2 lines on this front axle. There's 2. We got 4 of them. We're gonna save 2. I might check the rear. I think these ones are longer. So he might order another 4, because these are 3/8 and the other one's like 1/4 inch. So we'll find out, or half, excuse me, not 3/8, a 1/4, half. So we'll see what goes on. But I'm going to get these 2 taken care of. So let's get going. I did find a 1.8" socket. So loud noises. Just gotta bust it free. That's all you gotta do. You just couldn't get it with the wrench. Now, will I tighten it the same way? I probably shouldn't. This goes through here. I'm gonna have to wallow the hole out a little bit more. Oh, actually just clean it up. We got some step bits here. I'm gonna run a step bit through it, clean it up some. Turn it down all the way so it don't snap it.
Rip it on. I mean, we do have 2 spares, but
You see, the thing is, that's a spare for another axle. I don't want to do that.
Well, snip and move it.
Why do that when this one will work just fine?
Well, old stuff.
Yeah, sometimes you can get away with it. I'm trying to get away with it. And sometimes doing that will bite you. All right. The only thing I don't like is this line is so tight. The service line. This would be just this one one line right here. So take this one off, or replace this one here. I'm not gonna bother taking the supply line. I'm not gonna bother taking the service line off.
No, because we don't have the hoses.
All right.
It's the same on this end. Yes?
Yes.
You sure it's that one?
Yeah. Inside.
No, it's the upper hose. You're not loosening the bottom. No, you're loosening the right one. My eyes are swapping. As I follow the hose, they were swapping.
Yeah. Trust me, I looked at it several times myself to make sure I was grabbing the right one. Oh, this one's seized in there. Wow. Those Edwin. All right, you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting the brake line on first. Yes, it has a swivel, but it's a little. Be difficult at times. These lines are actually a little bit longer than the other ones. Rotate that so it's spaced. So you don't want anything touching. DOT loves to put trucks, as I said earlier, loves to put trucks out of service if they see stuff making contact. This right here will not consider, they probably could consider it a chafing. But once I do this and secure it tight, there's no chafing. And we're done. I still got tighten lines. Stay right there. I'm gonna go put air to the trailer, see what happens. Check for air leaks. That's all normal sounds. I don't hear any air leaks. Not gonna lie to you, took about an hour to do those two lines. Climbing in and out, plus there's gonna be some editing. I should say, it has been edited to remove. There's a couple conversations going on back here, so I took those out. But all in all, non-stop, if you take all the time that I worked on it, maybe half hour. There's probably half an hour of conversations in the background I had to cut out. But I got no air leaks. I hear nothing, so that's good. The truck, I can't stand that thing. It's a 12-speed auto shift. That doesn't bother me. It is the 5 minutes. It will only idle for 5 minutes. And if I'm working in here and I need air pressure, every 5 minutes I gotta go start that truck. I can override it, but I gotta sit in the truck for 5 minutes. When the shutdown starts flashing, I gotta hit the override. And now it's beeping at me. Hold on a minute. All right, now I got it at full pressure. We're good here, back here. I still got air. I got the brakes released back on the trailer. I just gotta grease kingpins on that truck. I don't care for that either. The only thing greasable on that front end of that truck is the kingpins. The suspension's not greasable. Well, the steering is, but the suspension's not. So when it wears out, you can't save it. It's just self-destroying, self-destructive. But I'm going to grease the front end. Then I'm gonna get this truck and trailer back to the house. I do not know if he's using this week or not. I don't think he said he was going to, but he wanted to get it fixed. It's fixed. Now the only thing we gotta do before he could actually put on the road, I got to put an out of service tag on it, is these two tires right here are destroyed because that airline popped off and flat spotted the tires. Oh, there, truck's greased. Trailer's got no air leaks. That's it. Truck shut off, I'm still got air to the trailer. It's not losing air pressure. So it's the brakes that actually the issue. I stomped on them. Nothing. So we're good. I'm gonna clean up my mess, get this back to his house, grab my pickup, and come back. It's almost lunchtime. Well, he said he wanted me within 5 or 6 feet of the day cab. Is that 5 or 6 feet? Oh. That's better. I'm gonna pull it up a little bit, and then we're gonna drop this trailer and hook up to the other trailer that you saw me pull up beside me before I backed up. All right, what you didn't see me do was, I pulled it ahead to 5, 6 feet. A lot of guys don't realize this, but it makes it a lot easier. I say a lot of guys, some drivers don't realize this kingpin, to help make it easier to release, back up. Leave the trailer brakes set, back up. It takes tension off the lock. What I do with this here is I always just crank it. Okay, yeah, we're in high speed. Just crank it down enough to where the landing gear just clears the ground. Or some guys can do it, some people do it down to where it touches the ground, depending on how even the ground is. This here isn't very even, so I might bring it down. Yeah, I'll bring it down until it touches. I'll show you a second here. We're almost there already. Let's see, right there. If you look, this one's touching the ground. That one's off the ground. Might find a board or something put underneath it so it doesn't twist the trailer too much. I was out looking for wood. The owner just called me, said, no, don't worry about it. The red truck's gonna be hooking up to it over the weekend, so okay. He's wanting me to get it back here out of the way. I guess he got a phone call for that they need it. So I'm gonna drop this one here. I'll show you what I mean. This is your release of your fifth wheel. Come on, there we go. See how easy that released? This is your service line. This is what supplies air to the trailer. I gotta get up here. This is power cord for your lights. And this is the one that when you step on the brakes on the truck, it puts air to the trailer. Same, so it applies the brakes on the trailer. Now we're gonna go just do the opposite on this other one. We're gonna hook up to it. That was a little hard hit on the kingpin. Now we're gonna do just the opposite. We're gonna attach the air lines and power cord. Now what I'll do is I'll put air to the trailer, release the brakes, get the suspension all filled with air, basically fill the entire air system. I just heard a crunch. I think I broke my sunglasses. Oh well. All right, now you see how that foot's off the ground over there? This one's not. Just get this one in high. Or oh geez, this one is stiff. Wow. Give me a minute here. A reason for the landing gear being so stiff is I had tension on it. When you saw me back up under the trailer, loud bang when I locked onto the fifth wheel, or the kingpin, you saw the truck pull forward a little bit. That's just a tug test is what we call it, to make sure the fifth wheel locked. Then give me a few minutes. Once I get this landing gear, this is stiff. We're gonna crawl underneath and visually make sure it is locked, because that's part of your inspection on a trailer. You visually crawl underneath there. Look, don't just I did the tug test. Yeah, the tug test might have passed, but it doesn't mean it's fully engaged. So that's why I always go underneath and look, because if you don't, it could create quite the mess. I mean, what was it, last year or 2 years ago, had a company named Western Express up here. The guy just backed under the trailer, did the tug test, drove off. He made it like 4 or 5 miles down the road and the trailer come off the truck. Granted, he was only hauling bottled water, but it still made quite a mess. So you don't want that. She's fully engaged. So the lock is set. I'll roll the window up, shut this truck off, set the brakes on the trailer. Let's get over to the shop. As I said, it's almost 12:30, so it's lunchtime. Let's go see what's for lunch. All right, I got back here. We had the mother of one of the girls that works here, one of the girls that works with me on Saturdays. Her mother was here with a nail and a screw in a tire, so wound up plugging that for her. Wind got lunch. Now it's kind of slowed down, so I don't know how much more recording I'll do, but see what I can get for you. Man, the last hour of the day drug on. It was dead. We had one person come in for 2 bags the last hour today. That was slow, that last hour. But yeah, we're gonna call it here. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.